scream bravo. Also, if you didn't know, this is called the show.
Hey everybody, it's Paul from Gold Gauntlet Comics, and welcome to this episode of I for Indies. Today, we're fulfilling a special request to do Fat Ninja number 2. This request was made by subscriber Apex Comics. Make sure you head over to his channel. He's a great artist, great collector, wealth of knowledge. You'll learn a lot from him. Once again, that's Apex Comics. You'll see his link up in the card above. So here we are, Fat Ninja number 2, Between Light and Darkness, published by Silverwolf. Make sure you look at our last video for Fat Ninja number 1. We're explaining to you about Silverwolf. This cover, once again, is really cool. I love it. And you can see they practice their skills with the cross-hatching and the ink. Got the Fat Ninja, the new villain that was introduced in the last issue. So let's go ahead and look inside this bad boy. So here we go. First, we have from the top. And one thing I'm learning about Silverwolf is they're late on everything. This whole letter is about how they're late. They had artists back out. Now, here's something else that's pretty interesting. So I'm reading this. And look at that. Introduction of Rob Liefeld on a new book they're starting called Steck. It says, then lastly, we have the endless problems with Steck number 1 issue. The entire issue has had to be restored with a new artist. Welcome aboard, Rob Liefeld. And we expect the book to be a little late. So I did a little research, and I found out the story. Apparently, Silverwolf was the first company to hire Rob. And let's just read over this real quick. Silverwolf, okay, just some information regarding Silverwolf Comics, Kris Silver, Steck, which I believe is pronounced Steck, as in Rise with Mech, etc. Silverwolf was the first company to hire Rob Liefeld, who at the time had not been published, to draw Steck. Steck was a spin-off of SW's first title, Eradicators, drawn by Ron Lim on the first issue, who later went on to fame at Marvel Comics drawing Silver Surfer. Ron Lim's Silver Surfer was awesome. Rob Liefeld, after being hired by Kris Silver, started showing his work to all sorts of companies at comic conventions and was hired to draw a story in the then popular independent book called Megaton. I have one of those books, which featured early the Savage Dragon work by Eric Larson. And right after that, he was hired by DC, then Marvel. So that is why Rob Liefeld never bothered with Steck. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I had no idea. I thought I knew everything about Rob Liefeld, and I was really surprised by that. Hopefully I just surprised a lot of you. So, I'm going to just put some light on this a little bit. It looks a little dark in here. Sorry, guys. Here we go. I wasn't prepared for that. Got real dark real quick. So here we go. And another thing I learned is that Silverwolf was they used Macintosh lettering for all their books, and you can see that here. I noticed that the last one, but I didn't know what it was called. I've seen it before, and it took me back to the days with the Mac. So, we have a great... One thing I'm liking about this book, and the person that wrote this about Rob said that Silverwolf was really bad at writing and they had some terrible comics. I don't know. I'm finding this Fat Ninja to be entertaining, and I love the art in it. It's really gorgeous. So he's going up to a house. Look at all that line work on that. It's simple, I like independent comics that are simple, black and white. And the shadowing here, just some incredible stuff. And look at this splash page right off the bat. Bam! And this is the Galactic Refrigerator Part 2, Between Light and Darkness, as we know. Right off the bat, the first splash page is all action. Of course, story is by Kris Silver and Gary Amaro. Arts by Gary and additional inks by P.S. King. So it looks like they hired on an inker for Gary. Because the last one, number 1, I think he was doing his own inks. So the incredible artwork continues with us. I like this. I don't know, it's just so, sometimes less is better. And I just love this layout. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I just think it's cool. Heavy use of blacks again. They really like their black ink in these comics. That expression there as he meets the new villain. So, of course, they have a battle. Shadow standing by the wayside. He's laughing. Look at that. Clang. Gary just does great. I know I'm saying his last name wrong. I said it correct. Moore, I think it is. Or what did I say last time? I'm trying to remember. But anyways, his art is just incredible in this. And the inking is consistent with number 1, too. Go to the next page. Once again, brilliant panel layouts. I love the panels. Look at that. And with a scream, Shadow disappears. Ah! So, Fat Ninja in this one, of course, full of action. He's chasing around Shadow and this new villain. They never named her. Maybe that could be a good criticism on the writing. They never say what her name is. Check this out. So you got your frames, right? And there's a blueprint to where he just went into. Let me go back. I can't remember if this was a castle. Oh, no, this is a whole other house. Oh, wait. I stand corrected. Her name is Flair. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I read that, too. And I remember thinking, that's just a real simple name, but it's cool. It works. All right. Sorry about that, guys. You're probably used to it from me by now. I almost went into fever on this because I just really love this idea. Very creative. Once again, back to that Macintosh lettering. Heavy use of dark. The detail on that door. Now, check this out. I'm not sure if he did all that on the inking or if they used a machine, but that's incredible inking right there. Splittle, where you use dots for inking or use dots for texture. Thought that was cool, and then I love this frame. So, of course, a little bit of a trope here, but he's in his library, pulls a book, and there you go. And down the long staircase, stretching across the several frames. Heavy use of blacks. He's going down deeper and deeper. Look at that. I like that. And then they switch it up, go black to white. Seeing all kinds of shapes. There's his old friend from issue 1 where he got the sword from. And then a door and a doorbell. That just cracks me up. He hits it and bam. Trapdoor. He's fallen. Look at that. I mean, real simple. Once again, great use of frames. This time he knows better. He starts chopping away. And look at this. So he gets to a room complete with ferns, floating tables, and a telephone booth. I just wonder if that's a shout out to Doctor Who. I really wonder. The phone. Look at that detail work on that. Searching the room. Somebody's been there recently. Look who's coming after him. Of course. Flair and Shadow. Whoop. Flair takes a shot. Lock. Once again, that use of black. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, I can imagine there's so many ways that could go wrong. They're not nearly as talented, but if I tried to do that, it'd be a mess. Look at this. And the fight. Once again, the fight is on. A lot of action in these Fat Ninja books. Very little words. I like that too. I love my action in comics. Look at that. Cuts to the table. Flair gets excited. She's coming after him. He ducks. Shuts the door on her. From the sarcophagus made for a creature of darkness she cannot fear. Okay, let's get to the next page here. The Grate. Because he had gone through a tunnel to get there too. I forgot to mention that. Through a grate. And he basically shuts her in there. And somewhere behind him a light flashes. Look at that. That is just so cool. Very creative use here of panels. I called it a frame before. I meant panel. Pretty nice layout. So that's where it ends. The light comes from behind him. At this point, he had already where's that? Seemed to be. He also gets rid of Shadow too. He throws him down the grate that he climbed up. Right here. Starts there. Shadow remains. Fat Ninja attacks him. Here he goes, taking a swipe, flips him over, down the shaft he goes, or down the grate. Sorry I missed that, guys. I wanted to show that off. And here we go. Enter the Crimson Ninja. Look at that. Dang. Detail work on those bricks. And that's going to be in issue number 3, which is right here. Look how they reverse this. All white cover. Isn't that crazy? Get a little glare here. Let me bring it over here. That cover. That's a good looking independent cover right there. But it's all white instead of the traditional black on the first two. So, we'll go through, let's go back. I don't know what I did here. I'm like goofed up. I missed some pages. Somehow. Oh boy, I'm confused. Here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, I missed a whole page. Sorry, guys. I can't get to it. This book is almost like new. Here we go. So here's his profile. Real name unknown. He's a human Caucasian Asian. Height 5'6". Weight undetermined, of course. One moment. Let me try to get this shadow fixed. There we go. Eyes blue, hair black, age unknown. He's a professional ninja. Identity Fat Ninja. Former aliases unknown. Legal status unknown. Marital status, you kidding? Known relatives unknown. Place of birth unknown. Second appearance, Fat Ninja number 1. First appearance, Silverwolf Bulletin number 5. Here's his trained normal abilities. Fat Ninja is one of the foremost masters of the art of the ninjutsu. His mentors are unknown. However, he is always on hand when a crisis with food arises. He will be where he is needed for where there is food. His superhuman powers. Fat Ninja has a superhero power to consume hundreds of times his weight in edible products and byproducts. Edible is actually defined as anything fit or safe to be eaten. Thanks, Webster. Should be shoe, you know. Prior superhuman powers. He lived to be who he is. Yeah, it's pretty superhuman if you ask me. Weapons used, anything you can find in a book that says ninja types can use them. Character conception, Christopher A. Silver. First visual conception, Ron Lim. Huh. And then final character conception, Gary Amaro. The artist conception is the definitive Fat Ninja. So, some interesting stuff there. Then you have your new item list. Fat Ninja, Eradicators, Grips, Dungeoneers, Fat Ninja, Eradicators. And then your Fat Grams. Nothing really interesting in that. But of course, I mean, there is something interesting. They're late. So, I think that's something that plagued Silverwolf, and that's what got him in trouble. And the reason for the lateness, from what I understand, was anything from distributor problems to artists not getting paid to whatever reasons. And then they announced the Dungeoneers on sale now. And I'm back, of course, the Eradicators, number 3. So, sorry about the technical problems, guys. Usually it's nice and sunny in here from the Florida sun. And I'm used to recording like that. And also, I missed a whole 2 pages there. That was really crazy. I didn't even see that when I was rereading this. So I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm not going to be able to edit them out at this point because they're pretty much all tied together. Once again, I hope that's why you guys love me, because I'm transparent. I make mistakes. Hey, stuff happens. Once again, thanks to Apex Comics for requesting this. Remember to look up his link card once again above. Next Thursday, Hawk Vereen, Devil Fever. And then Fridays, of course, I for Indies. So thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. If you are a subscriber, thanks for coming back. Make sure to like and share and comment. Have a great weekend.